a lot at stake in how we end this war. It makes a big difference how we end this war. And it makes a big difference to tell the American people the truth about what our options are in ending this war. If tomorrow the order goes out from I'm President of the United States, I issue an order, end the war today, begin to withdraw all American troops. It will take a year to get the American troops out. Do you hear me now? That's the truth. It will take a year to get them physically out. Now, if you leave all the equipment behind, you might be able to do it in 7 months. And you leave those billions of dollars of weapons behind, I promise they're going to be used against your grandchild and mine someday.
Days later, the remains of all 13 service members would arrive at Dover Air Base, greeted by President Biden. But these families say he offered little comfort.
The administration didn't seem to know our story. They didn't seem to know Nicole's name, our names. People from the military certainly knew our story, Nicole's name, our names, and that was expressed to us in a way that felt very genuine and loving. But when it came to the people in suits, it felt disingenuous and hollow.
First, he called me Mrs. Lopez, and I was not Mrs. Lopez. And he just talked about his son and said how much he knows or he understands how do we feel because he lost his kid and he didn't know how we feel because he was there with his son when he passed. We didn't have that privilege. We receive our kids in a casket. I just feel so disrespectful by that man because it was all about him.
We had decided as a family that we would not meet with the president, so we were actually in a room on the side. We had decided because strong opinions, and then out on the tarmac, it made it even worse. The disrespect that we were shown with him checking his watch, not even looking at us, it was just total disrespect.
Someone screamed at President Biden, "Burn in hell."
That was my daughter. Yes, and she meant it.
In response, spokesperson John Kirby said in a statement, the White House understands these Gold Star families are still grieving and suffering and that little can be done to ease their pain. We do hope they know how deeply committed the President and First Lady remain to honoring the service and sacrifice of their Marines, their soldier, and their sailor. While the pain will always be there for these families, they hope more than anything that changes will be made so the chaos of the withdrawal will never happen again.
That's all I can really hope for, so that we don't have another addition to our Gold Star family. We love each other very much, but we don't want any more.